Warning: the following podcast contains adult language and childish comedy. Listener discretion is advised. And now, please adjust your headphone volume to an unreasonable level and enjoy the most dynamic and electrifyingly entertaining podcast ever to conquer cyberspace.
Hello, friends, and welcome to the most powerful podcast ever created, the Amazing Pop Culture Podcast, starring Dags and Mike Rez.
What?
Welcome back.
Yeah, we should rename the show 28 years later.
Yes, we've been on hiatus.
Oh, very hiatus.
It's been over a year.
It's been a long time.
It's been a while.
It's been over a year.
Who did that song? Been a while.
Been a while.
Speaking of rock and roll,
yes.
we have Synthwave God in studio in barn, North Innsbruck.
I am here. Yes, I have made it. It is good to be back.
Mr. Innsbruck.
It may have been more recent than the last time Mike was here. No?
Yeah, that's true. Yep.
That's true.
I went
That's what
missing
was
for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
So if
was
you're
found.
new to this podcast, what it
AWOL.
is me, Mike or DJ Rez, and friends talking pop culture.
Mm-hmm.
If you're uptight, if you don't like wild tangents, the show is not for you.
Do you hear that, Krabby Daniel or whatever your name is?
Oh my God, yeah. That was a bad review we got.
Just
Okay.
one out of 74 million.
I
Yes.
wasn't tracking. Thank you
Yeah.
for filling me in. Yeah.
Speaking of 74 million, make sure you follow us on X, used to be Twitter, at Amazing Pop Pod. We're getting millions of views and thousands of followers, and that's not hyperbole, it's not hyperboil, it's not Susan Boyle, it's real.
And tens of dollars.
Tens of dollars.
Tens of dollars.
That's
Tens of
amazing.
dollars.
You're rich.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I can see all the fancy gear.
Yes.
This has been paying off lately.
Thank you.
Arcade cabinet, stereos, action
Yes.
figures.
It's all retro.
It's looking good.
Trophies?
Yeah.
I
Is that
found
a-
an old
Trophies?
bodybuilding trophy.
It's not a participation. Is it a participation trophy?
Yeah.
You didn't win that yourself?
Yeah.
2 dags.
Yes.
Yeah. Looks just like
I found that with the cars.
2 participant.
Oh, Gary.
45 too.
45. All right, let's get it on.
All right.
We had an idea. We were talking retro.
Mhm.
So North Innsbruck,
Yeah.
tell us what you did.
Yeah. So the message came out from Dags is like the we call it like the bat signal type of deal. Mike, Chris, let's do a show. Let's watch a movie. What movie did you call it initially again?
Oh, what was it?
What were we going to see? Something that's new.
Oh,
The new Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park.
New Jurassic. That's right. I said no. I've already got like cinema plans this week, and so
Not movie, cinema.
cinema. This is an experience, and so I was already going out to see Maximum Overdrive with the Cinema of the Macabre over in Plymouth, I guess is technically where it's at, and said, "Hey guys, let's watch that. Let's talk about it." So I hit you guys back. You're like, "Hey, let's watch Maximum Overdrive, this masterpiece by Stephen King."
I was going to say,
It
we're
was a-
stretching the word
It was
masterpiece.
a
I don't know.
piece, all right.
I was playing for a reaction. Thank God you said something.
Yes.
We should have just let him hang.
Right? And it would have got awkward after a little bit.
So Mike or DJ Rez, tell us about the movie.
Oh my God.
What was it about?
Yep.
And then we'll get into it.
Sure. The movie was about a comet that flies past Earth that puts the Earth in its tail for 8 days, 23 seconds, and 92 hours or something. I can't remember.
I
You have to
wondered what
read.
would happen if you added those numbers up.
Oh, a lot.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, so I'm sorry.
Yeah, so we're the Earth is in this comet's tail. As we're in the comet's tail, machines start coming alive. And by machines, I mean everything but cars. So already one plot hole right there. But yeah, it's about a group of survivors at a truck stop in North Carolina, and they've got to survive the truck apocalypse and electric bread knives.
Yeah. Well said.
And a platform truck with a machine gun. that can somehow fire on its own.
Steamrollers as well.
Steamrollers. Yeah. Well, if you're a kid playing baseball, you're in bad shape.
You're screwed.
Yeah. It's typical Stephen King. It's based off of one of his short stories. It was his directorial and only directorial project. It was his directorial debut. I was reading some things behind the scenes. Apparently, he was coked out the entire time while they were making it. And one of the cameramen said he didn't know much about the cocaine use, but he did know that by 8:30 every morning, Stephen King was on his 10th beer.
Wow.
So, yeah, and it's pretty obvious what's going on. But Emilio Estevez is in it.
Oh, my God.
Emilio.
Yeah. I mean,
yes.
What more could you want?
Well, there was more that Stephen King wanted.
Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah, beyond Emilio. Yeah, exactly. That was it. The boss himself was really wanted by King to be the main.
So I don't think he was on coke. Then he was on hallucinogens. If he wanted, if he thought he was going to get Bruce Springsteen.
Right. Well, he did get AC/DC to do the soundtrack.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
a hell of a soundtrack.
Yeah. Who made who?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Hell's Bells.
I mean, that's kind of some peak stuff right there.
Yeah.
So you saw it in the movie theater.
I did.
So did I. Back in 1986. Age check.
Damn. Yeah. So
what do you guys consider? Are you millennials? What are you guys?
No, Gen X.
Gen X.
I'm the Zennial, so I'm kind of in between. I'm at 79, so that's technically the very last year of Gen X.
Yeah.
So
Gen X goes up to what?
79.
I don't believe it.
Yeah.
I thought it was 75.
No.
They keep. I think everyone wants to be Gen X.
That's why. Yeah. No. So
look that up.
We're Gen X, but the Zennial part, I think, is actually that in between generation where it was 77 to 83.
Tweener.
Yeah. Tweeners, as they would say.
I grew up old like you guys, but young like the young folks.
Did you have older brothers and sisters?
I was the oldest. So,
all right.
Yeah. I mean, the cassette tapes, that's where it all started. Even I remember some 8 tracks when I was real little, vinyl, real little as well. But that timed out. By the time I was in probably, 13, 12, maybe even 11 years old, CDs were starting to pop up. So, I don't know, somewhere in between you guys and the young.
I got him here if you want it.
Yeah.
Let's see it.
Okay, so we all know baby boomers. Hey, boomer. Gen X, 65 to 80.
I see. They keep adding years.
Millennials, 81 to 96. Gen Z, 97 to 2012. And then Gen Alpha, and then Gen Beta, which is what we're on now.
Gen
Beta.
That's too bad.
What's the C in the military alphabet?
What do you think?
Constipated.
Charlie?
Oh, yeah.
Of
Okay,
course.
well, I was close. Was close.
Generation Charlie. All right.
That'll be next. You know it's going to be next.
We termed it here first.
So you saw it. How does that work with the movie theater? What did you get there?
Yep. So yeah, kind of a cool setup. You get there, you arrive, you sit down, you're watching some previews, and the previews are hand-picked kind of stuff from the guy who's organizing the whole thing, this guy Tim. So you're sitting down, you're watching these old grindhouse type previews or old horror film previews that I don't know, they're all thematically tied to the movie. I couldn't tell you exactly.
So is this film or is it video projected or what is it?
Yeah, it's old school projection from the back of the theater over the audio.
76 millimeter or whatever they call it.
35 was the original.
Was it?
Yep. 70 was really cool. You saw a film in 70 millimeter. It was super high def.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of the stuff that he gets now is stuff that's been touched up or revised by the studios. A good example of something else that we saw there was part 3 of Friday the 13th in 3D.
Oh, in 3D.
In 3D, which was exceptionally cool. And same with Jaws 3. But these were things that were reworked by the studios, and the 3D was cleaned up. And you got new, fresh style glasses, I guess you could say.
Not the cardboard ones? You got to have the cardboard
these are
with
like
the red and blue lenses.
These are the plastic ones, like the fancy 2010 ones, year 2000.
Ray-Ban.
So,
Yep.
Yeah, you got
exactly.
it. Yeah,
blue blockers.
Yep, you look kind of cool, but still kind of stupid wearing them. So, yeah. But no, it was a lot of fun. So that's what they do at Cinema Macabre. But this one for Maximum Overdrive, pretty fun. You get there, you get the previews, and then Tim, the host, he does kind of his own little talking piece introduction to the movie that's going to be playing and some of the history and So a lot of the stuff that we'll probably talk about here are some of the things that he touched on initially when we were seeing the movie, and then he says, "Let's
Where
roll
did
it."
he touch on you?
I'm not.
Show me on the dial.
Yeah.
Those are
Show
not
me
the,
where you were monetized.
you got to pay extra for those seats. I'll tell you that much. So, but anyhow, yeah. After he does his little, his speaking part, they fire up the film, and you sit there and you watch it. Yeah, that's it. I mean, people cheer, people scream, they cry, they weep with joy. I mean, how often do you get to see stuff like this?
It's true. The movie does tug on your heartstrings. The
does.
emotions are everywhere.
Yes.
It's really good.
From second to second.
So since you're already talking, what did you think of the movie?
Okay, so I love these schlocky horror films. I can't get enough of them. So honestly, what?
No, I'm pointing.
Oh, you're pointing at me. Okay, you're going with me here.
Accentuating how powerful you are.
For those who can't
Yes.
see what's happening
Yes.
here, I'm getting mighty points, powerful points coming my way. No, so I mean, as far as that scale goes, it's a popcorn movie. It's the kind of thing you can sit down, you can watch. You don't have to pay a whole lot of attention to, but you still get all the thrills and all the goofy little laughs out of it. So, what are we scaling it on?
Well, we'll
Is
get
it
to that.
Wagon
we'll
wheels,
get to
is
that.
it, or okay? I mean, yeah.
We'll come up with the
Okay, got
scale.
it. I'm gonna give this like a 8.5 out of 10 something.
8.5.
8.5.
out
Wow.
of 10. Yeah, I really enjoy this stuff. So I mean, like I said,
So
don't have to think.
what
hard.
about the movie? Why did you
Yeah.
like it?
You can't really comment a whole lot on the acting. Some of
Sure
it
you can.
was,
Go ahead.
Oh,
some of it was-
absolutely.
just to kick things off, I don't have a great memory of the names of actors. So that'll
nobody-
be
Emilio
nobody
Estevez.
does. That's all you
that's
need
the
to
obvious
know.
one. But let's go to him second, right? There was
Right.
at least one other famous person from the Simpsons. Did you catch that?
Oh, yeah. Yardley Smith.
Yeah, exactly. Lisa Simpson was in the movie. Had a
Yep.
fun character as well.
I'm going to circle back to where I think she should star in next, but
Ooh,
we're going to
I
talk
like
about
that.
this
I like
movie
it.
first.
So we've got her in it, and she plays kind of, recently married, kind of
Yeah, to
demanding,
Curtis.
funny. Yes, exactly, totally it.
Curtis is a badass.
And he's not afraid to step up, and
Mm-mm.
he's the newlywed. He's got something to prove.
Curtis!
Yeah,
Don't
that was
make
really good.
Curtis! Yeah,
Excellent, right there.
annoying.
Can you
So,
imagine having to
yeah.
listen to that
Oh,
voice?
God, no.
Dear Lord, his entire life. My God, that's either a really good start or really rough start to your marriage.
Yeah. Is he dead, Curtis?
Oh my God.
Anyway, I
The guy in the
digress.
ditch. Yes, yep. So, Yardley was in it, and Emilio, obviously, who we've talked about as well. And there's,
Mhm.
should probably look up the list of names, but no, he's entertaining as well. He's no Bruce Springsteen.
No, the
But-
movie would be totally different if the boss was.
I want to tell you something.
It'd be a musical for sure.
I had a friend back in the arcade that got killed.
Oh yeah, that was
Right.
a
Do you know who that was?
Giancarlo Esposito.
Yes.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Breaking Bad. Gus.
Oh, damn.
That's who that was.
That's impressive.
He's also in
Gus
The
Fring.
Mandalorian as well. It's one of the Sith
The
Lords.
dude who was in
Wow.
everything.
Yep.
Keeping it real.
Anyway, go ahead. As we keep cutting
That's
you off.
I know.
Cares?
I know the names of 2 people in that movie, and that's where I'm gonna have to stop. But no, just in general, that the acting thing was fun. Some of it was over the top. Some of it was they're trying to play it cool, but I don't know, varying degrees were successful. So that's one piece of it. The premise of the film, it's a zombie movie. Let's be clear. It's a zombie movie, but there's trucks
its core.
and cars. It's really right.
Yeah.
It follows
Zombie.
the same theme. Yeah,
Interesting.
for real, right?
They
I don't
tried to
know.
make it an alien movie. They were
Yeah,
leaning
yeah.
heavy into the alien
They really were. I did, yeah.
stuff at the end.
Yep. But yeah, at its core, it really was that people were huddled up in a certain space, kind of like a shopping mall, like
Kind of like The Mist.
Day of the Dead or The Mist at that point.
The
yeah.
premise of hiding in a comet's tail has been used a lot.
Yep.
Yeah. What was that? The
Hail Bop.
Yes.
Yep, I was trying to think of the name of that cult. Yeah.
Yes.
Hail Bop.
Yeah.
Bop, bop,
1997.
Yep.
Spice Girls that year.
What are they? Oh, yeah. Yep.
Well,
Spice Girls and Hail Bop.
Yeah. What was the name of that cult though?
Can't remember.
God.
I almost said the Branch
Look it up.
Davidian, but that's a totally different thing.
That's David Koresh.
Yeah.
That's Waco. Yeah. Doggone it. That's going to kill me. I feel like it's one of those things I should be able to think of immediately, but
Immediately.
immediately.
Think of it immediately.
Yeah.
I have to ask you a bunch of questions about trivia.
Was it
I
one of
want
those?
you to answer them immediately.
Was it? Did they drink Kool-Aid too with that one?
They did.
No, that's Jim Jones.
Well,
I think they drink
both
Kool-Aid in
did.
this one, too.
No, I think they had
They were going to die.
Pepsi.
Oh no, it
free.
was like pudding or something.
Was that what it was?
Yeah,
Okay.
yep.
All right. Some vessel to poison
Yeah,
themselves.
Jim Jones. That's another episode we should do.
Nuclear
Mhm.
vessel.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, interesting audience with that one. But yeah, they all die together, and then they get in the tail of the comet, and off they go. They still have the People's Temple. Is that what it is? That sound right?
No.
Heaven's Gate.
Heaven's
was
Gate.
Hale
Mhm.
Bop.
Okay.
Georgetown was Jim
Yes.
Jones's.
There we go. Heaven's Gate. They still have a website up. Heaven's Gate.
Heaven's Gate does?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Still operates. It's the same stuff you would have seen in 97.
Oof.
It's rough.
So
but-
did you see this movie before?
All right. So yeah, I've seen this movie a handful of times
Okay.
at least. And it's the kind of thing you can honestly say, I don't know how many times I've actually sat down and watched it, like end to end. Get up, go to the bathroom, get something to drink, don't pause it, just keep going. Because you're not going to miss a whole lot. But on Monday was kind of one of the first chances I had to watch it from beginning to end. And it was just as crazy as you'd think it would be. I mean,
Yeah.
Watching movies in the movie theater is so much better because you're forced to watch it.
it's so immersive.
Because now
Mhm.
with with the phone and shutting it down and talking to someone,
Mhm.
and it's like you don't get the whole thing. And that's why I love seeing
Yeah.
movies in a movie theater.
Yeah, if I'm at home watching, at some point I'm going to just reflexively grab my
Yes.
phone and pull it out and start
Yeah,
scrolling and realize I
randomly
missed some cool
scroll
stuff.
for nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Unreal. So
So much better.
yeah, it's a good experience. It was a lot of fun. Volume, you get the bangs, the booms,
Well,
the
that too.
explosions. Like there's that whole thing. And plus,
AC/DC.
the neat thing about this, exactly. Well, the neat thing with Cinema the Cobb is you've got all these people who are there for the same reason you are, because they know it's this batshit crazy film, and so that everybody's revved up and ready to have a good time.
How many people showed up, basically?
The theater's always sold out. Like you've got to get your tickets in advance, or
Mm.
you're not going to get a seat. So,
You're talking about thousands?
uh,
Like an arena?
tens of thousands. No,
Oh.
no. I bet. I don't know. Maybe there's a couple hundred seats in the theater.
Awesome.
So
That would be
yeah,
fun to see.
It's a lot
with
of
a big
fun.
group of people.
Yeah, yeah. Adam goes, and Nick goes.
Oh,
as well.
nice.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. Y'all know
You
these
guys all know those guys out
Yeah.
there.
All right. Yeah, we have
Our powerful listeners
So-
know exactly who we're talking about.
Bobby.
Oh,
yeah,
Adam?
Phil, Broccoli Rob.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Robbie, Bobby, Ricky,
Yeah,
and Mike.
Right. Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Just make up a bunch of names, but no, there's other people you all know who swing by and check it out once in a while. So it's a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
I highly recommend it.
So do they cheer at the end, or
You cheer
Was
at
there a
the
lot of
end.
cheering?
You cheer at the beginning.
A lot of clapping?
You laugh.
Throw popcorn?
My favorite was our friend Adam brought his was it both of his sons or his youngest child, I think, to it anyhow, but it was
To
Jaws.
this movie? Oh,
Well,
that's
it was
questionable
Jaws
parenting.
3.
okay.
Well, he did his best to protect him, but there's some
Right.
things that just happen on those shows you can't see coming. But no, his son, somebody was getting eaten up by the shark. Jaws is just going to
Nice.
town on somebody, and everybody's laughing, and his son leans over, Dad, what are they laughing
It's
about?
so
Like,
funny.
this is supposed to be terrifying, and everybody's losing their minds like it's the best thing ever. So, yeah, so it's that kind of crowd though. So that's what Maximum Overdrive was like as well. As soon as the Green Goblin semi truck shows up, people start cheering for it. 'Cause-
Mike Riz,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
thoughts?
Oh, man. So many thoughts. Like I said, plot holes,
Oh yeah,
script problems, questionable physics, great, terrible special effects,
drug use.
drug use. The acting is subpar at best, but it's also entertaining
Yeah.
a lot too. You can definitely feel the Billy the Kid aura coming off of Emilio in this movie. There's a part when he turns the pumps back on and he makes a joke about the American Express card, and he laughs just like he does in Young Guns. And I was like, oh, yeah, he was already working on that Billy the Kid.
Yeah, good point. So this is pre.
This is pre Young Guns.
by quite a few years. This is
Just a couple of years.
just after Breakfast Club and
Mhm.
what else? I don't know.
Yeah. So but I actually liked the waitress in the diner.
Yep.
She actually went on to do like award-winning Broadway plays. Like she won a bunch of awards,
Mm.
even though she had
Like
one of-
Razzies?
No, but
Yes.
this movie did.
Thank you.
did get nominated for a Razzie,
Thanks for
Oh,
returning that, sir.
along with Emilio Estevez got
Yes.
nominated for a Razzie, and they lost to. Do you know who they lost
Yes.
to? Tell us.
Hometown rock and roll hero, Prince,
Yep.
Under the Cherry
Under
Moon.
the Cherry Moon. So yeah, so that's
Oh, there we go.
you got that claim to fame to go for you.
Nice.
So, but yeah, no, I liked it. I mean, like it's campy. It's it's not good, but that's what makes it charming, I guess.
Oh, she had the lines too in the movie. We made you.
Right, yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
And that platform truck did not like her at all.
What was your favorite part of the movie?
The bazooka that comes out of nowhere.
Yes, that's funny you said that. The Law rocket, light anti-tank weapon, which was featured in Falling Down.
Right.
They love that.
Yeah.
It's a classic.
Yes.
See, this is one of the plot holes I had that I found was so they're carrying one of the bodies downstairs, right?
Yeah.
So they carry him downstairs and they put him right next to all the weapons. Did you find that out later?
Yes.
Yeah.
And they come up, obviously they had been downstairs.
Yeah.
And then the bazooka comes out and he's like, don't tell anyone that I got that stuff down there. It's like, well, like 3 people just went down there and they didn't see it.
Right.
He's got walls of machine guns and hand grenades and
Tremors. Remember his stash?
Right,
yeah, right.
Yeah, it's very, very familiar.
Yeah, back then they weren't preppers; they were survivalists.
Right.
That changed.
Yeah.
That's what they called that.
Okay. Preppers is more.
It's always a thing.
Yeah.
All right.
My other favorite part is when Emilio and his girlfriend Brett are downstairs, and the owner of the truck stop, like, basically, he thinks he's outing him for his bad behavior, and he's like, yeah, I shoplifted a loaf of bread. It was so stupid. And she's like, it's okay. It's okay. No, it's not. It just, thank God that Stephen King did not write and direct any more movies.
So what do you think? He tried to say he was coked up, which is bullshit, because everyone in the 80s, all the best 80s movies, everyone was coked up.
Yeah.
True. Well, maybe that was the problem. He was the only one coked up.
Yeah.
It could have been. He was kind of maybe the ringleader on set.
Everyone was saying he was a drunk.
Yeah.
So what do you think really happened? Why that movie is so shitty?
I think he didn't get out of his own way. I think he wanted it to. He wanted it done his way. Like, there was a story of one of the camera guys who was like one of the most famous camera guys in the 80s. With the lawnmower scene, the lawnmower chasing the kid.
The cinematographer.
Yeah, the cinematographer. And Stephen King wanted the blades to stay in the lawnmower, and everyone was like, there's no point. You can't even see them.
Mm-hmm.
And he won, and a piece of wood got struck, and it hit the cinematographer in the eye, and he ended up losing an eye.
Yeah. Yep.
So, he was permanently blinded.
Permanently blinded.
Yeah.
By his shitty idea that you wouldn't even see the blade, even if it...
Right. Well, he wasn't willing to compromise at that point. He could do it.
And the guy came back and
finished the movie. Yeah. After losing the eye, which is amazing.
Yes,
that's dedication.
Yeah, he didn't speak any English either. I don't think he. They had translators.
Wow.
On site, and I think the translators really hated.
The show must
Stephen
go on.
King. So I just think he couldn't get out of his own way.
Yeah,
and luckily, like I said, he was smart enough to know that. Yeah, and decided not to direct any more movies.
Yeah.
It would have been terrible if he would have been directing it.
Do you think that he wanted the movie to be campy or he wanted it to be good?
Honestly, I think he wanted it to be good, but he didn't know how.
Wanted to scare the hell out of people is kind of one of his own quotes. I believe something related to that. He wanted legitimate horror, but maybe a little bit, but camp, to your point, the truest form. That's what makes it so good, in my opinion, though. I don't know.
Did you like it? Did you actually? Let me ask you this too.
Yep.
Without not the campy experience, not going to a movie with your friends.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did you actually like the movie?
Yeah, I did. And to kind of go back to something I said a little bit ago, to me, it feels like a popcorn movie, something where I can sit down and I can enjoy it at a very superficial value, just in a comparison to other King films, The Shining. You got to pay close attention to that because there's so many things happening all the time, which I appreciate, which is really cool, makes it special. Maximum Overdrive is kind of the opposite end of the spectrum of King films, and that's not a bad thing.
Isn't that amazing comparing those two?
Yeah, right.
Stanley Kubrick
versus King. Well, very opposite ends of the spectrum.
Well, I will give him that.
It's a dichotomy. Yeah.
Maximum Overdrive was one of his short stories.
Yes.
So he did have to turn that into a 98-minute movie.
Yes.
When it was probably a 15-page story.
Think of all the spin-offs.
Shining is like 500 pages long.
But there was so many people always think Stephen King is trucks, but there was Killdozer. Do you guys remember that?
I remember Killdozer.
I remember that. Yeah. Do
you remember the premise of Killdozer?
I do not.
No.
So it was a meteor that hit Earth and animated the bulldozer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And there was also plenty of car movies.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
That's
absolutely.
pristine.
Mm-hmm.
But that was
King-
his. I'm
King
saying
specific.
before.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
There was Duel, and there was the car. There's a lot of
The car.
yeah,
The
La
Car.
Car.
Never. What are your thoughts on this movie,
Yeah,
Diggs?
let's hear it.
So I saw it originally in 1986
That's right.
as a younger man, and I thought it sucked. And I
A
and
lot
I
of
love,
people did.
And I
Well-
love 80s movies.
Yeah, but what was your, before you go into the movie itself, what was your expectation going in, if you can recall that, beyond the, before the experience?
We didn't have it back then.
Okay.
We were so spoiled. I was thinking about the 80s.
Yeah.
Think about 1984. What movies came out? We've talked about
Yeah,
this before.
Ghostbusters, Beverly Hills Cop,
Yes.
Terminator.
Yeah. Everything came out in 1984.
the best.
You think about Google the list. It's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh,
Yeah,
what do
look
we
up the
got?
top 10
Just popping
movies.
some here. Yeah, of course, it don't say George Orwell
Yeah.
when I ask it.
Yeah, I know.
Damn it.
But anyway, we were spoiled back then with
Right.
there was so many good movies.
Yeah.
And the music. Think of it like the concerts. Every summer there'd be, let's go see Genesis. Let's see Yes. Let's see Rush. Let's see Journey.
Kenny Loggins.
Here we go. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, go ahead. Tell
Damn.
them.
Ghostbusters, Terminator,
Hmm.
Gremlins, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, Nightmare on Elm Street, Beverly Hills Cop,
Yeah.
Karate Kid, Dune, Last Starfighter,
Yeah.
Starman.
It
The
was
list goes on.
It was
Yeah.
like the perfect storm of
Purple
movies.
Rain.
Yes, it was
Man.
literally pop culture just converged. That was it.
Right. That was the meteor. Two meteors
Yes,
hitting,
exactly.
colliding
It really
there.
was. Check this. Just a few more, real quick. For,
Yeah.
for the horror piece of it, Children of the Corn, Firestarter, Chud, Repo Man, Toxic Avenger. Okay, I'm done. But damn,
Do you see what I'm saying?
wow, yeah,
Yes.
that's crazy.
So I luckily I grew up
Yeah.
in that era, and we were just inundated with.
Yeah.
So the movie was just another movie that we
Mhm.
were going to see.
Yeah, absolutely. It just was before I came here today on the TV in the studio. I was working downstairs and Jurassic Park was playing on Tubi. I think it was behind me, type of a deal. And I started thinking about some of the great films, and a lot of those from the era were the ones that specifically popped up into my head. I mean, there's some of the more contemporary ones, but that is packed. That is just crazy.
So comparing 1986, 1984, 80s, 85, all the great movies that came out, I
Mhm.
thought it sucked. And when I went in there, it bored the hell out of me.
Uh-huh.
And Emilio Estevez, that was then, This Is Now. I was actually working where they filmed that, so I got to see him, and that was kind of cool.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's super
Was it
cool.
Wilmington, North Carolina?
Right here. Twin Cities.
Wait, what?
Really?
Yeah.
What here? What was filmed here?
That was then, This Is Now.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, yeah, gotcha. Really? That's kind of
Yeah.
cool. How about that?
So anyway, the best part of this movie was the Green Goblin. That was the best
That's cool.
screen
Yeah.
interpretation of the Green
Yeah.
Goblin, because I hated the Green Goblin's costume in Spider-Man.
I was
Willem
look-
Dafoe was the best Norman Osborn,
Oh yeah.
but the
Yeah.
Green Goblin they put that stupid fucking mech suit on him. That's not what he
Mhm.
looks like in the comic book.
Nothing like
Comic
that.
books, he has a rubber mask. He's a jester.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I think
Yep.
if they ever remake Maximum Overdrive, they should put the Green Goblin you hate on the front.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just
So-
as a joke.
The movie bored the hell out of me even back then,
Okay.
because it started out cool. A lot of movies like let me go with zombies.
Let's do it.
Zombie movies always start out good. I love
Yep.
the premise of it.
Yep.
Like everyone's going to work. Hey, honey, have a nice day at work. And all of a sudden, I was like, cars just randomly crash for no reason.
Yeah.
And then the zombie, and that's the coolest part. And then the rest of the movie is like, nah. They'll have like a runaway train. You know how movies
Right,
when they
yeah.
run out of ideas, they always have a runaway train.
Yeah.
These trains are like Batman. I
For
love
real.
Batman, but they had some stupid subway runaway train.
Yeah.
I love the movie Collateral, and they had to end it on the stupid subway. I don't know
Not fair.
with trains when they run out of it.
Unstoppable was
Yeah.
on a train the
Yes,
whole time.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
but anyway, it back then it bored me. It bored me now. I can appreciate the camp of it, looking back. But when I
Right.
was younger and I saw it, it was like, oh, this sucks.
Yeah. I suppose I could see how that was let down in real
But-
time.
Yeah, but seeing it now, when you think back, and everyone loves camp, and they look at the retro aspect of it. But when it came out, comparing to just that list of movies.
Yeah.
How would you rank that in those lists?
I mean, it's
at
hard
the
to
bottom.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, those incredible movies. You just even Chud, Cannibalistic Humanoid Underground
Which
Dweller.
is a classic.
Yes.
So good.
Yes, all those movies. So
Yeah.
You know what surprises me? So we talked about Dune on an earlier episode, and we were talking
Dune.
about how the special effects in Dune was like top of the art.
I love Dune.
Like state of the art, top of the. And then you get 2 years later, you get Maximum Overdrive.
Yep.
And you get blood packets that are just exploding.
oh my god, yeah, they looked like you know how those foreign films you always see like the Indian made in India,
Mm-hmm.
and they're just shitty special
Right,
effects and
yeah.
the, like you were saying,
And
the
it's
blood
perfect.
packs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah. It was, yeah, it's just, I don't know, man. It's great, but at the same time, you're like, oh my God.
But that's one of the things that's so good about it from a certain perspective as well. You know, I mean, the idea that, I'm seeing that happening. I could possibly do that at home with my own
Right.
setup here. That's
I think what I want to try, I want to throw a can of soda at Dig's head, see if it gets,
well, I do have a big forehead.
No, let's talk about
I
some
want
of
to
those.
see if that
Yeah.
leaves a perfect circle with the skulls showing.
That's
Yes.
a hell of a shot. Can you-
So you wanted to talk about that?
Well, we should talk about some of these kills because that's part of it that makes it so good. I mean, nobody is safe in this movie. Period.
Unless you're in a car.
Unless you're in a car, which
For
I
some
had
reason,
never
cars
caught.
never.
Why do you think that is? Drive your car and you're
Yeah, I
okay,
don't
but
know,
anything
yeah.
else is.
In your car, you're safest of all.
True.
You can lock all your doors.
That is.
It's the only way to live in cars. I love that song.
Anyway,
I don't know.
yeah, deaths.
Anyhow, yeah. I mean that soda thing was pretty impressive. I'm curious how fast a can would have to move to leave it. That was a beautiful.
Well,
dent.
back then, those are serious cans.
Yeah,
Remember,
that's true.
if you had to crush them, you were strong.
Right, yeah.
They weren't like
They were
that
steel. They weren't
paper thin
aluminum.
aluminum.
The
Yeah,
floppy
Yeah.
shit we got now.
Yeah.
Well, not only did it take out the coach, but it took out 2 of the baseball
yeah.
players.
I felt
Yeah.
bad for the kids.
Absolutely.
Fuck the coach, but those kids,
You know, if it's
Yeah.
Stephen King and there's kids, one of 2 things are going to happen. It's
Yeah.
either going to be an orgy or they're going to die.
Yeah. Then you got to have the steamroller.
Right? Yeah.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
See, there's 2 versions of that film. One where you actually see the kid get crushed, and the one where you don't see the kid get crushed. And
Well, let me
apparently-
ask you on your version, what did you see?
We didn't actually get to. I don't think we actually got to see the full version of it,
Hmm.
which is a little bit disappointing because
Oh.
apparently the kid's head explodes like a watermelon in the original version. Do you remember that?
I do not. I
So-
just remember
Okay.
being bored.
I don't.
I just remember the damn truck driving around and them circling them.
Around and
Yeah,
around,
just like in a zombie movie.
Yes.
Yep.
When so I saw the movie a long time ago and I didn't remember that part and I rewatched it again.
Yeah.
And then the second, so I rewatched it twice this week. So the second time I watched it, my wife
I'm
was with
sorry.
me, and she goes, "Oh yeah, this is where you see all the blood when the kid gets run over." And then it didn't happen. And then she's
Yeah.
like, "That's not the original. He
Right.
blows up. His head
Oh, my
blows up."
God.
Yep. It's
So-
quite the scene.
So my
in the
wife has
original.
seen that version.
That's awesome.
So yeah,
Increasingly rare because it offended so many people. You don't kill kids in movies usually.
you
This
know
one
that's
Yeah.
to go back to Jaws
Yeah.
when the kid died in Jaws.
Right. Yeah. Alex
They-
Kittner.
Yeah, they said that people got up and left and started protesting that film because it was the first time a kid ever died
Really.
on
about
film, and it was violent.
It was violent.
So-
that's for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway,
How
but
about
yeah,
that?
back to this.
Like beyond the kids, they killed a dog in this movie.
Yeah,
as
with
well. Nobody
a
likes
remote
that.
controlled cop car in the dog's mouth, but the dog
Yeah,
is dead.
Yeah, nobody's safe in this movie.
Right.
I'm telling you. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So mad respect there too.
What'd you think of the logo, the Metallica logo, the lightning bolts?
It's
That's
pretty
awesome.
classy. Yeah, I'm all about that.
I like the Bic truck.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was trying to remember. I don't know if I was forcing myself to have a recollection of that, but I don't really remember seeing trucks driving around with the big giant Bic logo on it.
No.
I have a feeling they may have paid for that.
Mm.
Shiny nickel back then.
Yeah.
I wonder where the Green Goblin came from too.
Yeah. Yeah, you kind of wonder if that was set up ahead
Right.
of time.
So random,
Stan
isn't it?
Lee wasn't in the movie.
Yeah, he should have made a cameo, but that's what's cool with Stephen King when he makes his cameos.
Right at the
Right.
That was
beginning.
funny
Yeah.
with the ATM. Yeah.
What was it too? The ATM said you're an asshole.
Yeah,
Was that what it was?
asshole.
Yeah.
I think. Did you see the marquee above the door of the bank? It
What did it
switched.
say
It
again?
switched to "fuck you."
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It's like, oh man,
He reminded me of like Hunter S. Thompson in that.
right?
The way
Yeah.
he's dressed
The hat.
up.
Hey,
the glasses.
sugar plum, or whatever he
Yeah.
says to his wife.
This This machine's calling me an asshole.
versus Creepshow, which I loved.
Yeah, absolutely. Which
remember the meteor?
Yeah, when he turned into a moss.
Yeah, he's a meteor shit.
Yeah. He blows
Now
his
that's a
head
great
off.
movie.
Yeah,
that's
a good one. See, he didn't direct that one.
Didn't he like have some ties to directing that one though, like a co-direction or something?
Nope.
No. Oh, okay, maybe.
No, yeah, he was, like I said, he was smart to
He kept out of it.
But so his kid is trying to rewrite this, or was rewriting the script for a remake.
Really?
Of this
Maximum Overdrive. Jonah Hill was his name? Something like that.
No, I think it's Tony Hill.
I don't know.
Might be. I don't even know if that's his real name.
Hank Hill?
Hank Hill. Yep.
Damn it, Bobby.
That boy ain't right. That's when the trucks start driving around. Yeah. The Bible salesman, his death.
Oh, yeah.
See, that death didn't make any sense to me, but they needed a reason for them to sneak out to find Deke.
Yeah.
So
they did. They had to connect with the kid.
Yeah. So
exactly.
That Bible. That was another part that I found funny. So the Bible salesman comes running out with his Bible books, or a bag of Bibles, and his book bag is white.
Yep.
He gets killed, and then the truck runs over his bag, and it's brown.
Really?
I was like, they couldn't even keep the continuity right in this movie.
You, sir, have a keen eye.
He does.
Yeah.
I noticed it on the second time I saw it.
Second time.
So the second time I was watching for like the details that I missed.
Okay. All right.
On the first time I watched it this week.
There was a made-for-TV movie in 1996 called Trucks.
Yeah.
Was it based off of this story?
It was.
Yeah.
Wasn't
it sucked. I don't even remember it.
I've
I barely remember it.
They should have got Stephen King to direct it.
Yeah.
Heard he's a wonderful director.
Yep.
I think if someone that was a cool director could make a cool movie out of it. Because it's obvious other Stephen King movies.
Right, yeah.
What more could you do with a movie like this, though, really?
Well, they would, if it was made today, it would be a two-parter.
Mm.
It would be a two-parter.
Not a trilogy?
It could be a trilogy.
So the first one could be the comet coming to Earth.
It'd definitely be a lot longer than an hour and a half in 8 minutes.
There was a Trilogy Nightmares 80s movie.
Trilogy Nightmares.
Yeah.
I never saw that one.
Check it out. Look it up right now.
Look it up. All right. Let's see if we can
Nightmares?
find something here.
Nightmares.
You got it.
Yeah, I got it.
80s years blur on me. I'm going to say Nightmares. And there's going to be a cool.
All right. Let's see what we got.
Check it out.
Should we play the game of who would you cast in some of these parts if they remade it?
Go ahead.
Pablo Pascal would be Emilio Estevez.
Oh my God. Would he be killed immediately?
He would have to be.
God.
He's in everything now. I think,
oh my God.
I think there's a rule that you have to have Pablo Pascal in your film.
Keep talking. Let me see if I can
Pablo,
find it.
See if you can find it. I wasn't having any luck. So
yeah.
Pablo. I don't know if I'd be good at this game. I'm gonna have to think about
Who's
this.
Who's the new Ryan Gosling, the guy from the Maverick movie? Not Goose's kid, but the other cocky guy.
Oh my God! You're looking at the wrong
he would
guy.
be. He would have to be the Emilio Estevez character in this for sure.
Emilio. Yeah.
And then they'd have to throw in like Zendaya.
There's somebody I'm not too familiar with.
But they'd probably get Timothy Chalamet and just
oh
ruin
my
the whole
God.
thing.
You're really good at this.
He's a professional.
Yeah,
one of the best.
So the other film so Yardley Smith, I figured because of her voice, she would make a great, if they ever redid Poltergeist again, she could be the old lady psychic.
She'd be really. That would be.
She pretty much sounds like her already.
Perfect casting.
Yeah.
Oh,
you can already hear her say, "Caroline."
Yeah. Absolutely, with those glasses on, and
right?
flowing outfit. She'd be pretty good at that.
Yeah, we'd have to get Palpatine to be the old dude.
So proper.
Get that nice Southern Baptist preacher.
I like that. I like that a lot.
So,
oh man, no, I'm still stuck. I can't think of a single celebrity, man. This is embarrassing.
That's, right.
No, that's cool.
Like I should be able to think of someone. I'm just drawing blanks. Sometimes I can see their head, and then I go, "Oh wait, there's the face," but like names,
right? Yeah. Well, that's it. Out of this movie, the only other person that was famous was Giancarlo Esposito.
Yeah,
and he was the guy who died in the arcade trying to steal cigarettes, change, and touch the.
He was in Do the Right Thing too.
He got hypnotized by the arcade machine.
Plus sign, triangle, circle.
Yeah, got electrocuted. That's a good one.
I think we're narrowing it down here.
Are you? See, it wasn't an easy one to find, was it? That's like trying to find the Rock Band live.
My problem is I've seen so many movies that they all just kind of blur.
Yeah.
So the cocaine does that to you.
Emilio. I'm sorry, nobody's done that yet. Oh my gosh. Oh, Mighty Ducks. There's an Emilio movie.
Yep.
Right? Yeah, it's one I could watch many times over.
They should have got Charlie Sheen to make an appearance.
Charlie Sheen's the best. He's kind of like the cool version of Emilio.
Right, yeah. So it's like trying to it's like, how do those two brothers?
Rick the Wild Thing Vaughn.
Right? Because Emilio is so laid back, and Charlie Sheen obviously is the black sheep of the family. Yeah,
exactly.
And they both look like Martin Sheen for some reason.
Who made better movies?
Enough,
Who made better movies? Oh, good.
It was when they were together. No, Men at Work was peak right there.
Yep.
Nightmares, 1983.
All right, let's hear about it. 83.
So there's Terra in Topanga. It's
Topanga.
Let's see,
Boy Meets World.
Right.
I didn't see that coming.
The Bishop of Battle is the one where the kid gets sucked into the video game.
Oh, wow.
You got to see that.
I want to.
Yes. And then the Benediction is one where Catholic priest Frank McCloud has lost his faith in God. And then let's see here. And then he
Tale
gets
as old as time.
And he gets chased by a Chevrolet C20 Fleet Side with tinted windows.
Oh man.
So once again, cars and trucks.
Gonna get you.
Yep. And what year was this movie?
83, you said.
Yes. What year was
86.
Yeah, see, just what I'm saying.
Yep.
So make sure you check it out. Maybe we should put that on your homework assignment.
Yep.
Nightmares, 1983.
That sounds great. I'm all over that. Yeah.
Starring Emilio Estevez.
Emilio.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Get out.
He was a busy man.
Yes. Lance Hendrickson. Let's see. Victoria Cartwright. Richard Masur. Yes.
Huh.
This was before he was a regulator.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Did you know that they're making a Young Guns 3?
Are they old guns now?
Yeah, apparently Emilio and Lou Diamond Phillips are attached to it.
Come on, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, so we'll see how if they ever made it to Mexico.
Yeah.
Lou Diamond Phillips.
Diamond Phillips. I remember him from The First Power. That was a cool
movie. That was a great movie.
Remember that
wasn't
one?
It?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Thank
absolutely. Mm-hmm. Bringing those back. That's another good one to talk about at some point.
Awesome.
Yeah. But The Last Dragon would be a good one to review.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There you go.
Leroy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Bruce Leroy, I should say.
La Bamba.
La Bamba.
Oh, La Bamba.
It's a good one. Richie Valens and his flying guitar.
Sweet.
Bob. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So let's wrap it up. What are we doing? What out of you're the expert at picking out of?
We will go out of 5 dead dogs with a cop car in its mouth.
Too soon. Wow.
I like that. That's good. Yeah.
So out of 5 dead dogs with a cop car in its mouth, what are you giving it, North Innsbruck?
I'm gonna go 4 out of 5.
Jesus.
Mm-hmm. They went for it with this one. I mean, honestly,
no, but that's cool.
It's true to itself.
No.
Yeah.
All right, Dags, you're up.
Where are you at?
1, 0, -1.
Wow.
I usually don't.
And this is coming from a guy that loves the 80s. I'm trapped in the 80s.
I'm saying. I'm like surprised at this.
I sell merch, by the way. Check it out. And my merch, my T-shirt is The World Peaked in the 80s.
Millions of listeners get it.
Yep.
Yes.
Buy it now.
Yeah, if you want to see our merch, you want to do all that, make sure you follow us on X at Amazing Pop Pod, or just Google whatever your search engine of choice is. What are all the cool ones now? Like
Firefox, DuckDuckGo,
Mozilla,
Alta Vista,
Safari,
Ask Jeeves.
Ask Jeeves.
Yep.
Thank you.
You bet.
Just type in.
Nobody said Yahoo.
Amazing.
Thank you. Yes.
Amazing Pop Culture Podcast.
Oh my God.
Check out our merch. But I have one of my shirts is The World Peaked in the 80s. So that being said, this movie sucked. I didn't like it back then. I didn't like it now.
I've always liked you. I'm not sure I do anymore.
No, thank you.
I'm
keeping it real.
I'm going to give it 3.5 dogs with the dead dogs with the cop car in its mouth.
Let me ask you this. Did you like it as a movie or just as a jokey campy?
I liked it as a jokey campy. It's not cinema.
No,
by any stretch of the imagination. You don't go into this going, this is going to change my life.
But that just shows you going from that to, like you were saying,
The Shining.
The Shining.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's just amazing.
Right. Yeah. The difference in people involved. And
yes,
like the cinematographer was like, top of his game.
Well, to be fair, he wasn't half as good as he could be. Oh, too soon.
He did have an eye for details.
God, yeah.
And then there was the studio that made it was also at the time a big name studio, or the production company. Yeah. So then, but then you slap a guy who's never directed a film in his life, who's coked out and drunk all the time.
Yeah, I don't believe that. Those are just excuses. Like he just wanted you to go, I wasn't even trying. I was coked out. It's not true.
Yeah.
He just should have stayed in his lane.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know whose fault is that. The producer, the director, you know what I mean?
Could have been.
Not that there's any further really talking points on this, but I did catch a small detail that there's some belief that George Romero was pulled in at some point to do some ghost directing as a part of this.
That would have worked.
That would have worked. I would have loved to see him do the whole thing.
But we'll leave that for your listeners to figure out on their own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of really hope they do remake this one.
Let me ask you this: remake it as a real film or just a goofy?
A real film.
Yeah. Make
it the film it should have been. Let it breathe a little bit. Make
contemporary twist.
It's got to be at least a 2-hour film.
Would you do the typical build up where the people are having breakfast and everything? The news comes on. You know?
No, I think I would keep it the same where they open on the bridge.
Yeah.
Going up, but I would make sure that the physics would actually work
I
on
think
that.
The part that I'd be a little disappointed, and I without a doubt they'd lean into the technology aspect of it, like the ghost in the computer kind of a thing.
Oh,
which
okay.
is kind of overdone right now. I feel like I don't know. I mean, so we'll see what they do in the future though with it. You know,
they'll probably turn it into an AI thing though. That AI is taking over.
Exactly. Yep.
So the GPS on the trucks is what's really.
See if they could keep true to the source and kind of date it, maybe even to the early '80s to make the film itself. That'd be cool.
Yeah. They got to get rid of like the unspoken UFO aliens part though.
What would you do?
I would just make it a comment that is just changing things.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be extraterrestrial. And they'd like brush over that so fast.
Well, what's funny is the Russians, the Soviets were the heroes.
Right, yeah, with their weather satellite.
Right. Yeah. I had to read that about 4 or 5 times to get it.
Yeah, in quotes.
Weather.
Just happened to have
Soviets
a Class 4 nuke on it. Yeah.
Yes.
All done. Save the day.
See, and that was the other thing. So the first time I watched the movie, I missed the part where Emilio was talking about if it was an alien, they're using these trucks as the broom to clean us out, right?
Yeah.
And then at the end, they talk about the UFO. I'm like, well, where did this come from?
And
then the second time I watched it, I was like, aha, that's what I missed.
It all makes sense now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And
Harry Dean Stanton, he should have been in it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Who else would?
Who was big back then?
Well, just think, 80s. You need 80s character actors. They had the one dude, with the cigar.
Right. Let me, I'm going to Google a list here and see what
let's see
comes up here.
Yeah.
Anything come to mind with you?
No, God, no. It's names of actors and stuff.
How about actors now? Who would you want in there?
Honestly, I
can't
even.
No, that's fine.
No,
I'm putting you on the spot.
No, that's all right. Even off the spot, I couldn't think of an actor. Yeah.
How about Michael Caine? He could be the
God,
truck stop.
I wish I could
owner.
do a Michael Caine. I know you're gonna try.
I was gonna try it, but all I know is that if you say Michael Caine fast enough, it sounds like Michael Caine saying his name.
Yeah.
Michael Caine.
Yeah.
What about Robert Duvall? Would he be good in that?
I love colors.
Annie Potts. She could be Yardley Smith.
Yes. Yes.
She's got that voice.
Yes.
Willem Dafoe.
Oh my God.
Oh, what about the?
Did you guys ever see Live and Die in L.A.?
No.
It's the first movie I ever saw. Willem Dafoe. Watch that.
Will and Die.
What about
To Live and Die in L.A.,
right.
which is also a powerful song by Wang Chung.
Oh man.
No, it's actually a really good song by Wang Chung. Because they have that Everybody Have Fun Tonight, but actually Live and Die in L.A., Wang Chung.
Right. Check that out.
It's a good song.
Yeah.
One of the truck drivers in the movie could have been played by Robert Davi. Davey, he was one of the Tortellis.
Yes, Tortelli.
Oh, I see it.
Yes.
Yep, for sure.
Let's see, who else do we have here? Paul Gleason, the principal from Breakfast Club. Carol Kane, she could be the
another goofy voice. Yeah.
I picture her as the the waitress that gets killed, saying that we made you.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Ironside.
Yes.
A classic right
He
there.
could be a truck driver.
Mm-hmm.
I could see him playing that.
Could
role.
be in a wheelchair.
Right.
That's the other Ironside. I'm sorry.
Here's a good one. John C. McGinley.
Yes.
He could be one of them. Keith David.
Yes. God, I love Keith David. Not to be confused with David Keith.
Um,
I like how you. They sound familiar. The names.
That's the best I
have
got.
to see
What about-
their face.
about Kurt Fuller.
Oh yes.
It was like a
He
tennis
would
match
be
between the two.
he would have to be a truck driver.
Mm-hmm.
He could
Oh,
be
yeah.
the truck driver that steals the ring off of the.
How about Clint
dead
Eastwood with an orangutan?
woman. Get off my lawn!
Yes.
Oh, that'd be awesome. That's about it. There's not many more after that. Oh, Miguel Ferrer. He was in RoboCop.
Yes. Yes. He was classic.
Oh.
Yeah, OCP, the OCP guy that gets killed. He gets to kill Bob Norton.
Now I can't remember names, but who's bitches leave
from
yeah, RoboCop.
Oh yeah, that's him. Yeah. Yeah.
No, that's not him. That's the other guy. Look it up because we're already looking stuff up.
What the hell? Why not? Huh?
You would have to get Keanu Reeves in the remake.
Keanu.
Oh,
I know who that is.
yes,
You've heard of him?
I've heard of him. You ever heard of Arnold Schwarzenegger before?
yes,
Yeah.
Arnold.
He's in this little film called The Terminator.
If we can drain the oil, we kill it.
Actually, in a modern day kind of contemporary version of that, he could be the truck stop owner, I suppose,
Yes.
with the bazooka. And,
Right.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh my
Just
God.
come
I'm
on.
a mechanic, you idiot.
Oh, that's the dad from
Yes, thank you. Yes,
that 70s show.
Yes.
I can't think of his name, but yeah.
Red something.
but there's a scene where he's going to kill the dude, and these
Oh yeah, the hookers are
the
in
hook
there.
is there, and he goes, bitches leave.
Yeah, they're doing blow on the table.
That's right.
Bitches leave. Powerful.
Oh, man.
Yep.
We should rewatch all the remakes of RoboCop.
Yes.
There's like two
Yeah.
of them. And
You're-
The third RoboCop I didn't enjoy.
no, there's actually like remakes of the original.
Oh, there's one where he's like all black metal, isn't it, or something like
That might have been
That
number
just-
3.
No, that's
Okay.
what you're into, black metal.
black
Oh,
metal. You
yeah.
know that, right?
Yes.
Yes. Yep. Totally
Yes.
is. Mm-hmm. Yum yum.
Powerful. So what do you think? Did you guys have fun today?
I always have fun.
Yeah, I'm so
Sweet.
glad I was here.
I haven't laughed this hard since last time I laughed hard.
Yes.
Mhm.
February, I think
Same.
it was.
Needs to happen again.
So when are you coming back?
I'll be back anytime.
I'm
You make the
busy.
call.
I'm a
busy.
rock
I got
star.
stuff going on.
I'm a rock star. I can't just come
Sorry,
every week.
guys.
He's busy making patches.
I know.
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Speaking
Patches
of that,
O'Houlihan.
please
Mhm.
get your plugs and everything.
Yeah,
out.
the
Yes.
North Innsbruck. Look it up. You can Google it. There's all kinds of streaming music sites. Bandcamp's the best one because that's where, as artists, we get the best cut of what is purchased by listeners. North Innsbruck. That's all you need to know.
What is your the project with Greg Online? Was that North
Oh,
Innsbruck?
Yeah, that is. Yeah, that's the upcoming record. It was I don't know. I meant to release it earlier this spring, but getting some new artwork created for it by Tim from Cinema Macabre, actually.
Nice.
So yeah, so once that's done, we'll push the record out. But that should be hopefully before the beginning of this fall.
The record label's holding it up.
The ideal, yeah.
Yeah.
Those pesky executives are all over.
Right.
I made
So-
a very short film on you guys.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that.
Yes, on
Hell yeah,
YouTube.
yeah, absolutely. It's a masterpiece.
Thank you.
Is
God
it 3
bless you.
seconds long or longer?
I don't know how long it is, but it's
Yeah.
good because it shows you guys how awesome you guys are.
We had a lot of fun with that one too.
Yeah.
That was at Hook and Ladder
Yes.
Theater. Yep. Yeah, that was a fun show. We'll
Yeah.
be in Rochester, Minnesota next Friday. It
Yes.
should be a fun at
I
Tree
just
Dome.
randomly
Yeah.
made a quick film. It was so
Nice.
powerful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yes.
it's good.
I randomly
really
made a
appreciate
quick
it.
film once.
What's that?
Said I randomly made a quick film once.
My favorite were those short videos you did, especially the one of you blowing kisses to Lady Gaga. That was
Oh, my
Yes.
God. Can you imagine? She got out of my car
the nerve.
and I had to see her one more time.
I used to be in a band in the 80s called Lady Galaga.
Lady
Powerful.
Galaga.
What, did it work?
Oh, it worked. Mike or DJ Rez,
Nice.
what do you want to plug?
Geez. Go go to my website, Mike Resendez at kw.com. That's
So
my email.
You're selling
I'm
houses.
selling
now.
houses now.
If you guys want to buy a house, what is your the Twin Cities, or where are you licensed to drive?
Oh,
Powerful
in
Ladies
all
Motor.
of the state of Minnesota.
Oh, so you
Nice.
can. Okay.
I can do the entire state.
Are you guys interested in living in Minnesota, buying a powerful home?
Yeah. Or you know what? I can plug this. Go to YouTube and type in at living in the TC, and you'll see some of my.
Can you get a
Real
QR
estate-
code for God's sakes?
I could.
Yes.
Yeah, I definitely could. But they're so expensive to make, and then it takes so long. You got to put the dots in the right spot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Maybe I should get a QR code that looks like a house.
Yes.
It's called branding.
If you look at that
Clever.
QR code on my powerful sticker,
Yes.
can you see the baby's head in there? Isn't that cool?
If you squint.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
further away. Yeah.
Thank you.
For sure.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Powerful Easter egg.
Very nice. Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah.
God bless
Easter
you.
egg.
Yeah.
God bless you. Well, I hope you guys had a good time tonight. I know we did. Make sure you share this powerful episode with a friend. And until next time, you've just enjoyed the Amazing Pop Culture Podcast.
Thank you for listening to the Amazing Pop Culture Podcast. The Amazing Pop Culture Podcast is available everywhere fine podcasts are found. Please leave a rating and review where you listen to podcasts. Like and follow the Amazing Pop Culture Podcast on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And shop our Amazing Pop Culture merch. This has been an Amazing Pop Culture Podcast production.